Got my boys out. Mr. Meatball, or Mr. Wild, him has already had his roll. Ronnie had his roll. Luke's next. Making a beeline for Ronnie. So, while these guys are out, I wanted to do a video. What is Luke doing? Why does he always have to play with everything? Jeez, he looks good, eh? Look at him go. You're noisy, man. Very noisy. That is a noise that only geldings can make. They seem to put a bit of air in their sheath or something, and essentially they're being noisy on purpose. Send them on. Oh. And everybody missed. Nobody got hurt. No bites, no kicks. Just acting like they're gonna. Such a gorgeous day to play with these guys. So my day is gonna be partially playing with the boys. They're fuzzy wuzzies, as you can see. It's winter time. Look at them herd up nicely. That was a good turn. But I want to talk about the idea of wrapping a lead rope around your hand. So let's watch these guys a little bit, and then I'm going to get to that. There we go. You see that? Look at that rude horse try to kick. That freaked him out. Hey man, you tried to kick me. Like that. Gets so excited. I like that Luke gets so excited like that. He just ooh, I gotta go into defense mode. What's going on, boys? Sometimes you guys need to exercise. Today's that day. I was actually just gonna reach for them, but I've got them so jacked up emotionally, mentally, they're quick to go. That's it. That's all I gotta do. Just they're turning. Are you guys watching this? Are you watching these behaviors out of these guys? Let's get them going again. Watch their turns and their timings. It's not just running around and goofing off, but all of their, what we call entrainment, especially Ronnie and Luke, they are fantastic. Oh, there's a double barrel. Ronnie's excited. I'm just gonna try to approach him for a second here because he's going kind of nuts. Hey man, calm down. Yeah, I get it. Life's exciting. It is. Hey, calm down. Right? Those ears, they just go all over the place. Okay, let's do it again. So I want them to go that way. So I'll I guess we should say hello first, shouldn't we? Hello, Mr. Drippy. Hi. Hey, you guys are lit up. Okay, ready? Let's go. He's on his default curve. Looks like I'll go with you, buddy. Cut him off, send him the other way. Nice little bit of liberty work. It's exercise day, as I was mentioning. Here comes. Oh. Send him around. Gosh. Oh no. Okay, get going. Wrong way. There you go. Oh, you guys are in the corner now. Off you go. He's so big too. He is a stocky boy. I got my boys behind me. Traveling. It's a gorgeous day. Cut. A stop would be nice. And an approach. How lovely. Hey man, that was perfect. You are a great lead horse. Just fantastic. What's going on, Luke? You're doing pretty good too, buddy. Sticking close to Roni. And he's on the outs. So actually what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab him. I'll set up a camera and I'll talk a little bit about wrapping the lead rope around your hand and why I do it almost all the time. Okay, let's do that. Okay, I caught Mr. Fancy Pants here. He's been goofing off with the boys and doing some serious exercise. So I'm gonna let him catch his breath a little bit while I talk a bit about why I do this, why I will wrap a lead rope around my hand once. I never wrap it more than once, that's for sure. But definitely, quite often, I will do it once. Now, I'm not saying that everybody should go about doing this, but I definitely want to explain why I do it, because you'll see me do it a lot. I watch a lot of other people do it a lot. And most of the time, it comes down to that when I'm going to work with the horse, if I have it in my hand just like this, there is a very high chance, especially if I bring about something scary, that they'll just burn this through my hand so fast that I'll be missing skin for it, right? So, with that in mind, the precautions that I take, there's a few of them. One, I try really hard not to get my horses past any really crazy threshold. If I do, that's my problem. And in such a case, it doesn't matter if I hold it like this or if I hold it with a loop. Either way, I'm probably going to get hurt. I'm probably going to lose the horse. So the advanced thing to think about is that we want to be really in tune with what our horse is thinking and doing, which is why I talk an awful lot about making sure to match steps when you're walking. When you're leading a horse, you're thinking about, I always do this. I just did that without even thinking. I will always put a second wrap in that, right? And maybe not always, but it is very, very common for me to do that. Dude, when are you going to catch your breath? You didn't play that much. Anyhow, so anyway, my point is that we're thinking about what they're thinking about. We're trying to match our steps up, and we're very, very aware of that. So no matter how you're leading a horse, whether it's with nothing, with no loop or one loop, I mean, obviously don't ever wrap it around a couple of fingers or some arm something, or, you know, it's just that would just be terrible. And usually my loop is kind of loose. I don't generally have it tight. I will want it loose so that it has a little bit of ability to tighten up if need be. But it's not long. If I have real trouble with a horse, I'll let it go, because I always tell people, even if you're in a situation where you can't lose your horse, know that your safety is more important than whatever. If you can't hang on, you're going to get dragged off or something like that, just let it go. You can get the horse once they calm down. You're hanging on to them, and it's probably causing them more concern than whatever is causing them concern, because they can't escape or run off or nothing. You got me okay, buddy? You got some good exercise. Anyhow, the point is that this doesn't need to be a really dangerous thing. And in fact, I think can be safer in many circumstances. When I'm leading and something freaks out my horse or something like that, if I do this and he goes to leave or something, I've got a little bit, no. Oh. He knocked the camera off. When he goes to leave, I'm not really thinking about, you know, if I'm going to have this thing burn through my hand, and I'll have a little bit more grip because it's thicker. So I have a bit more leverage. The other key point really is that you have a halter that fits quite well. Those nylon and leather ones and stuff like that, they generally really only pull up top of the pole. If you have a proper fitting halter, it should come in nicely behind their jaw. So that means that the smaller amount of pressure that you place on the lead should lead to a greater effect. Because remember, we have to acknowledge, we have to understand that halters are always a cheat. We're holding on to the head of a horse. Unless, you know, we have to be able to accept, can you back up please? Because you're really hot, to be honest. The heat coming up, back up. Okay, back up. Thank you. What's happening with you? And the heat that's coming off him is, the horses are so hot and he's got so much fur. But I'll do this because I know that I can hang on a little bit more. And the second thing to really think about is that when you're doing these kinds of things, when you're holding on to a horse, whether it is like this or like this, no matter what, you're thinking about being flexible, malleable, and having variability with your position and your movements. And then the last physics things to kind of think about, and again, doesn't matter if you're holding like this or this, you're either getting rope burn or you're getting a squeezed hand. There are no two ways about it. That you have to have the right angle. And sometimes you can't hold an angle if you're only holding onto a thin rope. Having that extra bit in there, that loop in there, allows you to have a little bit more space within your hand to apply a bit more pressure, hopefully hang on in those times of trouble, and then your angle. So if I come all the way over to this side of him, if he'll let me, he might just follow me around. Okay, so I'm all the way over on this other side. This is, stay there, stay, I don't want you this close. Stay. This is where I'm going to have, stay, no, just stay. I know you're really good at this. Where I'll have my most, just stay there. It just comes with me. But I'll have the best angle on his face. And again, we have to accept that halters, using ropes on a horse's head and face is quite literally it's just a control measure. It has to be for control. So me being here 90 degrees or further from the front will give me the most angular power. Just stay there, man. I know. It's exciting times. So the idea isn't always going to be that if you put a loop in, it's more dangerous. It is always going to be more dangerous to just simply be holding a horse with an uneducated mind or technique than anything else. And so it's not like I go about teaching kids to do this, of course, because they're not going to have the speed or the know-how to really just let it go. I can very quickly let go of that second loop. It's right there, just let it go. And under pressure, you just straighten your hand out and everything just falls out. No different than I guess it would here, but in this case, yeah, I won't have I mean, it's primarily for training purposes, so I won't have the power. Power is a bit of a wrong word, but it's kind of like that. Why do you always have to play? How about you go backwards? If I hold with just this, then keep on going back. Go back. Now he doesn't care. I kind of brought the wrong horse. There, if I hold with just this, that'll easily slide. I can't hold on to that. But if I just put that one loop in it, and the other thing is that if you get kind of good at this and you are doing your training and your horses are used to it, when you put that second loop in, they know that that second loop is in, and you're probably going to hang on a little longer, because the bigger problem is that plenty of times we'll be working with horses and they just get free. But again, we want to keep in mind that we don't really want to push our horses beyond threshold. It's really those surprise moments. And that comes down to making sure that we have that flexibility. We have the variability to move our feet around and not get pulled off, or have them sort of get the angle of their face away from us where we have nothing no matter what. So I guess in the end, it really doesn't actually, I don't think it actually really matters that much if you have this one loop or not. Because if you missed the boat on when your horse is leaving, you're either going to be letting go like that, or you're letting go like that. And I think both just come off just as quick. So the advantages outweigh the disadvantages, and that's my take on it. I understand there are opposing opinions and that you should never put a loop, but I rarely don't have a loop, and this is why. So for anybody that's going to put in a question in the future, this is the video I'll be linking to. So far so good. If any horse has tried to run off of me, I literally just let the rope go. Because again, safety is number one for us. We as people are much weaker, lighter, and slower. So we're never going to be able to hold on to them anyways. Get that notion out of your head. But if you can hang on sometimes just that little bit more and keep them around, then you might save something that you would have lost. But you'd never be able to do if you were thinking about rope burn. Because rope burn will happen far faster than you getting dragged off. Hey buddy, can you come through? He's such a good boy with this too, actually. We've done a lot, and he gets a little worried here and there, but for the most part, he'll come along. Come on. Atta boy. Good boy. Yeah. He was a good horse today. So hopefully that makes some sense. And good boy. But it doesn't put out the message that it is preferable to do this. It is preferable to be educated and knowledgeable in that you probably can't hold them no matter what, whether it's single or double, like that. But there are plenty of reasons of why this is, in many cases, a bit of a superior way to hold in the case of mostly backups, actually. Once they get out off an angle, you're done no matter what. Let it go. Your safety is way more important. Just go catch them. You'll be fine. So hopefully that makes some sense. Any more questions? If there's any more thoughts or something like that, I'll probably do a follow-up to this video. I think I've addressed most of the things and my thoughts around it. And good boy. And that's it for now. See you guys in the next one.